So I'm down at Zora Golf Club and I'm going to play 4 or 5 holes here, and I'm going to talk you through the process of playing golf, give you some tips on what you should be doing off the tee, what you should be doing on the fairway, chipping, putting, a bit of a course guide, and not so technical. There will be some technical bits in there, but I'm just going to teach you what to do when you're out on the golf course. So let's have a look what we need to do right now. I'm here on the first tee, and this is a 450-yard par 4 hole. Massive fairway, really huge, but one of the big things that we need to do when we get onto any tee, whether it's a par 3, a par 4 or par 5, is actually assess what's out in front of us. Well, where do I want to go? Where do I want to hit it? Where's safe? Where's the danger? What's a good shot look like here? What's a bad shot look like here? Because if you just walk onto the tee, plonk your ball in the middle and just sometimes even aim where the tee points you, the tees don't even generally point to the middle of the fairway, so you could make a great golf swing, hit a great shot, and end up in really bad trouble because you were following where the tee was. So when we come up here, let's take stock of what's going on. What do we need to, like I say, find out what a good shot is, what a bad shot is? I've got some traps down here. The one on the left is 285 yards, and then the trap over here on the right is 250 yards. Now, as a fader of the golf ball, that's great for me because now I know that I could potentially get into that trap on the left at 280, so my fade will carry that 251. So I'm going to play a little bit more down to the right hand side. So let's rip it off and get down the fairway. Nice, carried the trap with my fade and I'm in a good spot. So when I've got down here to my golf ball now, I've just carried the bunker that's over behind me here. It's about 20 yards behind me. I'm level with the 285 bunkers. It is a little bit into the wind, but because of how I made my decision, I knew that I would get here safely. So when we get down to our golf ball, what do we do from there? So I think, you know, as this vlog progresses, we're going to pick up loads of little tidbits and information. And one of the great things I would say to yourself is always know your yardages. If you've got something like a rangefinder here, I've got the Precision Pro one, or you've got a GPS watch, or you've got something on your cart or whatever, always know how far you're going to go, because that's going to ultimately help you pick your right club. If you're just stood there thinking, think it looks like a 7-iron, I'll just hit a 7-iron, hit a great 7-iron and it pulls up 20 yards short or goes 20 yards long because you were guessing, you've done yourself a disfavour. So always try and get a yardage for your second shot. That would be, you know, a big tip I would try to do. $143 yards. I'm going to hit a little 9-iron and see if I can knock this one close, make a birdie to start the vlog off with. Hit it wind. Pin high, all because I knew my yardage. About 20 feet, and one thing I'd say when you get on the putting green, always have a little walk of the line. You can't actually walk on it, you wouldn't want to because you're going to damage it, but actually just have a little, get to your golf ball, maybe walk up, have an inspection, see if there's any pitch marks or stones or anything, and don't leave anything to chance, because hit a great putt, you didn't notice a stone, it just clips it, all of a sudden doesn't go in because you didn't move that stone. So always have a little wander up and down the putt, because not only moving a little bit of debris, you're actually getting an idea through feeling through your feet what's going on down the journey that this golf ball is going to take. So for myself now, I can feel that actually this side of the green there feels a little bit lower, so it's slightly left to right and a little bit up here myself. So just by having that simple little walk there, I've gained some information. Let's see if we can roll it in, get the birdie train going early on. Hopefully we'll never hit anything that shambolic again. That was a simple tap-in. Quick note on those ones, always take care on your tap-ins. There's nothing worse than missing it and thinking, ugh, because you don't get to play it again. So take care on your tap-ins as well. Let's head over to hole 2 and see how we're going to play golf again. one of these. We're on a par 3 on the second hole here at Zora, and the amount of people that I see making the game harder for themselves when out on the golf course is quite remarkable. Think, if it's good enough for the professionals to do, to peg it up every time when they're on a par 3, why wouldn't we do it? We want to be as good as them, why not do what they do? So always peg it up on a par 3, I would say, and peg it up the correct height. Don't just have it sticking up. You want to get it low enough so when you do catch it, you're going to see that it's getting the right spot. Peg it too high, you get it up out of the roof of the club. So always peg it the right height. We'll always peg it up first on a par 3, but peg it up at the right height as well. Right, 8 iron, 160 yards. Water in front though, so I'm going to play beyond that. Good swing. Keep cutting and it's in the hole. Just towards the back of the green, but safely aboard. Let's get down there onto the putting green. So I've got a heck of a way back towards the flag here. And this little tip, I think is fantastic. I've got probably 120 feet down to that flag there, so it's a very long putt. But think like this when you're going to have a long putt. What would it take for you to roll the ball, if you had it in your hand and you were to roll it? What would it take to get it there? It wouldn't be a big hit, it wouldn't be really slow, it'd just be a nice rhythmical swinging of your arm as you go through. So let's pop this camera down. So that rhythmical swinging of the arms, it's not like I say a big hit, big acceleration. If I was rolling a ball out, I just let the weight of my arm swing, I wouldn't be snatchy with it. And be realistic as well, this is a really tough putt, it's over the crest of a hill, back into the wind, long putt. If I get this within 6 feet, I think I've done a fantastic job. I've had a little walk of the hole already before the camera's rolling, so I know where I want to hit it. And now I've just got to roll it out there. What would it take for me to roll this ball to the flag out of my hand? Up over the crest, break in, please go in the hole, please go in the hole, please, yes! That has got to be the longest putt held on YouTube. Probably not, because that Michael Phelps clip where he holds it at Carnoustie is there, but as we're walking down, look at this for a hole by the way at Zora. But I have literally just dropped this into the hole. See, it works, guys. What would it take for me to roll that ball out of my hand? Let's get on to the third tee. So, judging by the sand, we have found ourselves in a fairway bunker. And the big thing to think about here, you've got to assess your lie firstly. Pretty decent. But then the big thing is the lip. How high is the lip, and have you got enough room from your ball, i.e. here, going up to the lip to get the ball up in time and not hit it with the desired club for this distance? I've got 140 into the wind, I'm going to hit an 8 iron, and I've got plenty room here to get the ball up. I've got to maintain a good strike, but I've still got to see that I've given myself the opportunity to get the ball up over the lip and not picking a club that's going to send it straight in there, because first and foremost we just want to get out of this thing and get back into regulation play. Always try and dig your feet in a little bit as well in a fairway bunker, just to give you that solid that base, because you're going to have speed through your swing, so you need to be able not to slip about as you're going through it. So line myself up, little dig in, and make my normal golf swing. And that came out fantastically. It's going a little bit left, but I'm safely out of the bunker. That was pretty decent, straight down the flag there. I've got a chance of saving my par now. So when you get up onto the green, I think another thing that you should always try and do, if you don't use a line on your golf ball, the line that we see drawn on with a Sharpie pen, always try and pick an intermediate target that is within one putter's length from your golf ball, because that gives you something to aim easily over. So as I read this putt now, and I look down, it's pretty straight, and there's like a a different shade of grass here for me. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to have my practice swings, thinking about the tempo of the putt, and then from there I'm just going to line it up, get that line looking at that intermediate target, and then just think about setting the ball over that. If I take care of the pace, the putt should be pretty good. See, again, I told you, it works, it just works. Okay, so how do we hit better drives when we're out on the golf course? I think what a lot of people try to do is almost smash the living hell out of the golf ball. I know out there at the moment there's a lot of talk about distance, getting more distance and being longer, stronger, whatever it may be. But for your average golfer, why not think about trying to hit the middle of the face a little bit more? Easy to stand and say that, I know, but if you're going to the driving range or wherever it may be, or even here out on the golf course when we are playing golf, really focus on trying to get a middled strike. So you would see that once you do actually make the golf swing, if you are getting more of a connected strike out of that centre point, it's going to be a lot easier to control your golf ball. Don't just think, I need to hit it further, I need to hit it further, I need to hit it further. Think, I need to hit the middle a little bit more often. If I stop hitting that heel or the toe, I might actually get on the fairway once in a while. So make sure you've got good balance, try and swing within yourself a little bit more, find a decent rhythm, and then from there find that centre point. Let's see if I can talk the talk, let's see if I can walk the walk. So par 5 here, nice long one. I'm just going to fly it over that trap there, see if we can get this nice middled strike. It felt pretty decent, it looks pretty decent, and would you know it, a little bit of a mark on the face there, ever so slightly heel side, but that's my tendency. So try and find that middle a little bit more frequently, then worry about your distance. So safely on the fairway, but notice now, if I were to stand straight, my right foot isn't touching the floor here because I'm on an upslope. So whenever you're out on the golf course and you find yourself on a slope, what you've got to try and do is adjust your body angle to said slope. So for myself here, the ground doesn't look level with my club now, as where now they start to match up. So you've got to tilt your shoulder line and your spine angle. If the ball was down in front of me or up in front of me here, I stand more upright. With it being a little bit of an upslope, I tilt this way. So that way I'm still getting the club to bottom out at the right point. 245, I'm going rescue. I'm going to knock this on and make eagle. Finish the vlog off in style. So it's going to go a little bit higher as well because of this upslope. Just like that one, that is launched up into the air. Looks pretty good. I think it's on left edge of the green. Let's go make another long putt. Okay, so on delicate little shots like this around the green, loft is always your friend when you need to try and get the ball to stop quickly. But what you also need to make sure that you've done 100% is get the grooves clean. So T-peg into the groove there, give it a good rub, because if you haven't got the full advantage of the groove, you're not going to get the spin and you're not going to get the control you want. So always make sure you've got that. And as we see there, that grabbed pretty quickly for a shot that was coming out a pretty nasty, scrappy little bit of rough there. Clean grooves, make sure you do it. Okay, so tricky little putts, what do we need to do on them? It's quite fitting that that actually went in there to end the video, because normally we would see that we would miss those because we're searching, we're nervous, have I hold it, oh did I hold it, oh, and we don't make the stroke with any confidence. It's not like we're actually trusting our abilities. And what I want you to do is trust in your abilities. You're a good putter, so why wouldn't you hold it? Stop being so nervous over the short ones and knock them in. If we can do that, we're gonna save shots. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this style of video this week. If you have, do leave me a comment down below. What would you like to see in another how to play golf video if it's coming out of trees, playing short pitch shots, whatever it may be, leave me a comment down below. But hit that subscribe button. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to Zora for having me down, and I'll see you in another video very soon.